Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today our topic is SRTF scheduling algorithms. This is one of the most important scheduling algorithms in operating system as well as this is complex one. Fine. So हम लोग ने काफी scheduling algorithms discuss किया है like FCFS, SJF. Okay, उनमें से एक और scheduling algorithm जिसे हम SRTF scheduling algorithm कहते हैं. तो इसका मतलब है शॉर्टेस्ट रिमेनिंग टाइम फर्स्ट, दैट इज द फुल फॉर्म ऑफ SRTF शेड्यूलिंग एल्गोरिथम्स. तो हमने देखा SJF में कुछ अलग स्ट्रैटेजी फॉलो करते हैं, SJF में कुछ अलग स्ट्रैटेजी फॉलो करते हैं, FCFS we call it FCFS. So but in SRTF we have some different strategy. Why we call it complex one and why it is so much important for your exam perspective. Each and everything will be discussed in this tutorial. Okay, so those who have not subscribed my channel, please subscribe my channel for more informative videos related to your course. अगर आप बीटेक में बीटेक परस्यू कर रहे हैं या फिर BCA कर रहे हो या फिर MCA कर रहे हो, किसी भी कंप्यूटर साइंस जैसे कोर्सेज आप परस्यू कर रहे हो तो ये चैनल आपके लिए इम्पॉर्टेंट है. सो आप इस चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करो और बहुत सारी वीडियोस जो कि आपके कोर्स से रिलेटेड अपलोड होगी और आप उन वीडियो को देख करके अपने एग्जाम्स के लिए प्रिपरेशन कर सकते हो. ओके, सो लेट्स बिगिन फॉर द सेशन कि क्यों इम्पॉर्टेंट है. बेसिकली ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम एक ऐसे सब्जेक्ट है जो कि नॉन टेक्निकल बैकग्राउंड वाले को भी पढ़ना पड़ता है और जिनका BCA है, बीटेक है, तो उनके लिए तो कॉमन सब्जेक्ट्स है. तो दिस इज ऑल्सो इम्पॉर्टेंट फॉर UGC नेट एज वेल एज गेट एग्जाम्स. तो इन सारी कॉन्सेप्ट्स को हम माइंड में रख करके ये न्यूमेरिकल सॉल्व करेंगे. तो क्वेश्चन किस तरह से आती है एग्जाम में? इट इज वेरी कॉमनली आस्क्ड क्वेश्चन फ्रॉम SRTF शेड्यूलिंग एल्गोरिथम्स. शॉर्टेस्ट रिमेनिंग टाइम फर्स्ट. So shortest remaining time for scheduling algorithm, it is one of the scheduling algorithm which is based on shortest burst time, and it is also called preemptive scheduling algorithm. So why we call it preemptive scheduling algorithm? Because we have two category of scheduling algorithms. हम लोगों के पास दो कैटेगरी होता है, एक preemptive, एक non preemptive. Preemptive scheduling algorithms उस algorithms को कहते हैं कि जो भी प्रोसेस रनिंग में है, CPU कंट्रोल लेकर के वो एग्जीक्यूट कर रहा है, अगर इन बिटवीन कोई दूसरा प्रोसेस हाई प्रायोरिटी प्रोसेस आ जाते हैं तो उनको क्या करता है CPU कंट्रोल वो प्रीवियस प्रोसेस को स्टॉप करके फोर्सली स्टॉप करके वो दूसरी प्रोसेस को हाई प्रायोरिटी प्रोसेस को कंट्रोल दे देता है. तो इट मींस व्हाट, द करंट प्रोसेस व्हिच वाज एग्जीक्यूटिंग that get stopped forcibly. Okay, forcefully it get stopped and the new process which has the high priority, so that will get the control of the CPU. So without the completion of the previous process, it has to release the control of the CPU. ये है preemption, that we call preemption. So but मैंने हम लोग ने देखा FCFS में which was non-preemptive. So once the control of the CPU assigned to that process, the process will complete the entire its burst time, entire its CPU execution time. Okay, तो वो अपना पूरा समय अपना टास्क को पूरा करने में एग्जीक्यूट करता है. तो कोई भी प्रोसेस वो बीच में छोड़ता नहीं है कंट्रोल, CPU कंट्रोल को. ओके, तो जब तक उसका बर्स्ट टाइम कंप्लीट नहीं हो जाता है तो वो प्रोसेस नहीं छोड़ता है CPU कंट्रोल को. दिस इज द टेक्निक, दिस इज द स्ट्रैटेजी वी फॉलो इन FCFS. बट इन SRTF सम लिटिल बिट डिफरेंट. क्या है क्वेश्चन? आपको क्वेश्चन एग्जाम्स में कुछ इस तरीके से मिलेगा. कंसिडर अ सेट ऑफ 5 प्रोसेसेस with arrival time is that is given 0 2 4 5 7. 0 2 4 5 7, these are called arrival time, and burst time 6 3 1 4 2. Draw the Gantt chart and using SRTF scheduling algorithms calculate completion time, turnaround time, waiting time, average turnaround time and average waiting time. These type of question you may expect in your examinations. Either you are preparing for your semester exams, college level exams, whatever exams, either you are preparing for UGC net, GET exams. This is the important topic which you are supposed to complete in this tutorial. Okay, fine. Let's begin. So this is the question. We have 5 arrival time. That means 5 process. 5 different processes are arriving, but those process must follow which algorithm? SRTF. Based on SRTF, you have to calculate. So now you can see that we have 5 burst time. So once you see the question, the first things you have to do, draw a table. So means just feed the information inside the table, that will be convenient to solve the problems. So I have made one table. You can see first column which is process ID, second one arrival time, third one burst time, fourth one completion time, for this one fifth one turnaround time, average turnaround time and the waiting time. So these are the different column I have draw here, and this is the complete table which will consist of 5 different process: P1, P2, P3, P4, P5. Fine. In this way you can just feed the information. Feed the information means first arrival time 0, second 2, and so on. 0, 2, 4, 5, 7. In this way I have added those information inside this table. Now you can see that burst time we have 63142. 63142 in the sequence we have added. Okay, now what we need to find out? We need to find out completion time, turnaround time, average turnaround time, and waiting time. For this you have to know the formula. Two important formula you must have to understand while solving such kind of numerical based on any types of scheduling algorithms. What type of scheduling algorithms we are solving? SRTF. So the formula remain common. Either you are solving FCFS, SJF, or SRTF. So the formula will remain same. The strategy will remain same. The method will remain same. The method is what? First you have to draw the table. Then you have to know the formula. Two formula we must keep it in mind. Two important formula. And after that you need to draw Gantt chart. So this is the Gantt chart, which is very much important. Without Gantt chart you will face lots of problems while solving such kind of numericals. Okay. So let's begin. So this is the formula: turnaround time, completion time minus arrival time, waiting time means turnaround time minus burst time. So it means what? आप सबसे पहले देखोगे कि प्रोसेस कौन सा सबसे पहले अराइवल टाइम 0 एट टाइम 0 कौन सा प्रोसेस आ रहा है सिस्टम पे, सबसे पहले सिस्टम में कौन सा प्रोसेस एक्टिव हो रहा है. सबसे पहले देखो आप 0 टाइम, अराइवल टाइम जब 0 है तो P1 सिस्टम में एक्टिव होता है. एट टाइम 0 P1 गेट द कंट्रोल ऑफ द सीपीयू. सबसे पहला प्रोसेस किस प्रोसेस को मिलता है कंट्रोल? सीपीयू कंट्रोल, वो P1 को मिलता है. हर एक प्रोसेस को हम यूनिट टाइम के लिए एग्जीक्यूट करेंगे. इस एसआरटीएफ का लॉजिक ये है, सबसे पहला प्रोसेस को आप कंसीडर करोगे जो प्रोसेस 0 टाइम पे आ रहा हो या फिर मिनिमम टाइम, दैट मींस 1 भी हो सकता है या 0 हो सकता है. विल कंसीडर द मिनिमम अमाउंट ऑफ टाइम एट फर्स्ट. वो प्रोसेस को हम कंसीडर करेंगे, एक यूनिट टाइम के लिए हम एग्जीक्यूट करेंगे उसे. देन वी विल चेक इस टाइम पे कोई दूसरा प्रोसेस अराइव कर रहा है कि नहीं. अगर कोई दूसरा प्रोसेस अराइव कर रहा है विद इन दैट यूनिट टाइम after the execution, we must have to compare. What we need to compare? हम लोगों को burst time compare करना पड़ेगा उन दो प्रोसेस और उन 2-4 प्रोसेस के बीच में किनका burst time सबसे मिनिमम है. That is the strategy we have in SRTF. Shortest remaining time first. So first we consider the arrival time at 0. We run unit time wise for that process. Then we will check is there any other process scheme within that specified time or not. That is the technique you need to follow. Now begin with P1 started execution and got the control of the CPU. It means it will continue execution up to 1 unit time. So time 1, you can see the arrival time 0. After 0 at time 1, is there any specific process arrived? No, because at time 2 some other process came. So again P1 will continue to execute for 1 unit time. That means up to next means what? 2 unit time it continue. So now P1 left with 4 unit time. So 2 unit time executed, total burst time it required. The system, the process required 6 unit time from the system to get its execution done. Fine, it required 6 total time, but it has completed only 2 unit time. Each any unit time you have to execute and check whether any new process arrived or not. At time 2, you have observed that P2 arrived. P2 arrived at time 2. Can you see this one? At time 2, P2 arrived. So P2 arrived, that's why P1 kept on hold. That means what? We can see P1 stopped. Now the next process P2, which has burst time 3. P2 arrived, which has burst time 3. Now till time 2, these two processes need to be compared. Their burst time need to be compared. Which is the shortest one? Now we can see P2 has the shortest burst time, which is 3. So we will switch the control. We can preempt. Now we can preempt the process. Process P1 got preempted, and the new process which has the less burst time, that means 3, which will get the control of the CPU. अब इस तरीके से आप देखोगे P1 स्टॉप हो गया है. उसके बाद कौन सा प्रोसेस को मिला CPU कंट्रोल? P2 को, क्योंकि इसका बर्स्ट टाइम कम है जब कंपेयर किया हमने. अब उसके बाद P2 भी 1 यूनिट टाइम के लिए रन होगा. इट विल कंटिन्यू टू एग्जीक्यूट फॉर 1 यूनिट टाइम. अब टाइम 3 पे देखो कोई अदर प्रोसेस आ रहा है? नहीं. इसका टाइम कितना रह गया एक प्रोसेस में? तो ये 2 रिमेनिंग. फाइन. सो नहीं, कोई दूसरा प्रोसेस नहीं आ रहा है टिल टाइम 3. So till time 3 again P2 will continue to execute. कितना टाइम के लिए चलेगा P2? For 1 unit time. Now you can see it will remain only 1 unit time. Fine. So अब P2 का execution हो चुका है 2 unit time. अब time 4 पे चेक करना है कोई भी अराइवल टाइम 4 पे टिल टाइम 4 कोई अदर प्रोसेस अराइव्ड है या नहीं है. इज देयर एनी अदर प्रोसेस अराइव्ड टिल टाइम 4 except P1 P2? Let's check. P3 arrived, a new process which is P3. P3 arrived at time 4 which has burst time 1. P3 also have burst time 1. Now you can see what P2 was executing at time 4. Some other process P3 came. Even P2 has 1 unit time left and P3 has 1 unit time and P1 itself has 4. So we need to compare these three burst time which has the shortest burst time. Now अब देखो आप इस चीज में सबसे पहले सबसे छोटा सबसे कम burst time किसका है? P1 का है, P2 का है या P3 का? Because till time 4 how many different process already arrived in the system. So इसमें से देखो कि ये P3 और P2 का दोनों का सेम हो गया. यहाँ पे क्या है? यहाँ पे contradictions है. P3 and P2 have the same burst time. So in situation में हम follow करेंगे arrival time which arrive first. So सबसे पहले P3 या P2 which arrive first? P2. तो P2 को भी हम execute करेंगे 1 unit time because of the arrival time because of both of them have the same burst time. इसलिए P2 को हम 1 unit time के लिए और भी रन करेंगे. तो P2 क्या हुआ? P2 done its execution. P2 has completed its execution. It will release the control of the CPU. Now till time 5 some new other process came which is P4. So P4 एक नया process है जो कि arrive किया है. उसका burst time क्या है? 4. Sorry P4 yes. उसका burst time क्या है? Till time 5 में उसका burst time 4 है. तो अब आप देखो till time 5 how many different processes already in the system? This one P4, P3, P1 because P2 is already completed. अब यहाँ पे आप देखो P4 का burst time 4 है, P3 का 1 है, P1 का 4 है. तो यहाँ पे कौन सा है? P4 and P1 has the same burst time, but इन दोनों से भी कम है burst time, जिसको हम कहते हैं P3. So we'll assign P3 again for what unit number? What unit? 1 unit time because it left with 1 unit time. Fine. So now you can see P3 will get the control of the CPU. Till time 3, P3 is completed. Now till time 6, no other process came. No other process came at till time 6. But still these process in the ready queue. Now again we'll compare which will get the control. P1 or P4. Both have the same burst time. अगर दोनों का burst time same है तो there's a contradictions. किसको हम लेंगे? So हम उनको prefer करेंगे जिनका arrival time first है. Those who arrive first because of the same burst time. So if P1 arrive first, we'll allocate P1 for 1 unit time. 1 unit time will allocate. Now you can see how long it will continue. 1 unit time, 3 will left. Fine. अब यहाँ पे आप देखोगे कि यहाँ पे 1 unit time करने के बाद ये 7 हो गया. Fine. So till time 7, is there any process came? Yes, new process came at time 7, which is called P5. P5 new process came which has 2 burst time. Now you will see there's a P2 completed, P3 completed, and P1 still left with P3. Sorry, 3 burst time. Like we have P1 left, P4 left, as well as P5 left. So which has the shortest burst time? P1. P1 has the shortest burst time 3, and P5 has the shortest burst time 2. So which has the shortest one? We have P5. So P5 का सबसे shortest है burst time. That means the CPU execution time. हम क्या करेंगे यहाँ पे allocate करेंगे. Let assume यहाँ पे P5 है 2 के साथ, P1 है 3 के साथ, and P4 है 4 unit के साथ. ठीक है, ये है process. These are the process left with their execution time. तो अभी हम सबसे पहले देखेंगे P5 का सबसे shortest burst time है. तो we'll assign P5 which has the shortest burst time. P5 को कितना देंगे execution के लिए? 2 unit time because 2 unit time is the minimum. So minimum होने के बाद इसको directly हम 2 unit time के लिए run करेंगे. So P5 will execute for 2 unit time. 7 plus 2 it will be 9. Now you can see which has completed. So P5 has completed its execution. अब कौन सा process बचा? So all process already came in the system, arrived in the system, and that means P1 left, P4 left. Which has the shortest burst time? Obviously P1 has the shortest burst time. So we can see that P1 will get the CPU control. It will continue up to 9 plus 3. That's the total time. That means 12. And P4 will be the last process which will get the control of the CPU. 12, that means P4. And it will execute like this. You can see this one. 12 plus 4, that the total time, 12 plus 4, that means 16. So this is the Gantt chart. Finally, you can see that P4 completed its execution at time 16. That is important one. Fine. So this is the way how we can solve the numericals based on SRTF. The only important thing is that first you have to check which process arrived at time 0. If the 0 is not mentioned in the arrival time, you can check for 1. At time 1, which process arrived. Fine. So 0 is there. So at time 0, some process came. We have to consider that process. For 1 unit time we execute. Then we'll check is there any other process arrived or not. कोई दूसरा प्रोसेस उस समय आ चुका है सिस्टम में या नहीं. अगर आया है तो हम एग्जिस्टिंग प्रोसेस के बर्स्ट टाइम को कंपेयर करेंगे न्यू प्रोसेस जो उस समय के अंदर आ चुका है. ठीक है. वी नीड टू कंपेयर विथ ईच यूनिट टाइम. हर यूनिट टाइम को एग्जीक्यूट करेंगे, हर यूनिट टाइम में एग्जीक्यूट करेंगे किसी प्रोसेस को और फिर चेक करेंगे उसका बर्स्ट टाइम. वैसे ही करते करते हम लास्ट प्रोसेस को देखा हमने, P4 है जो कंप्लीट करता है एट टाइम 16. दिस इज द एंटायर गैंट चार्ट. और गैंट चार्ट में ये इंपॉर्टेंट है कि गैंट चार्ट काउंट मार्क्स. सो इट इफ यू मिस टू ड्रॉ द गैंट चार्ट, यू विल नॉट बी एबल टू solve the numericals as well as the marks will be deducted, and it is very much important to understand the concept. Okay, so now the remaining part is what? All the process came in the system and got the CPU control and get executed. Fine. Now the thing is that you need to compare, you need to calculate the completion time for each process. Give full focus. P1 started at 0, completed at what time? 12. You can see P1 completed at 12. So we can write P1 completed at 12. Fine. Now you can see P2 completed at what time? P2 completed at 5. Now P3 completed at what time? P3 completed at 6. Now P4 completed at what time? 16. P5 completed at 9. So you can see this. You can see this completion time. P1 arrived at 0 but completed at 12. P2 arrived at 2, completed at 5. P4 arrived, P3 arrived at 4, completed at 6. But you can see P4 arrived at 5 but completed at 16. Last, the process get the execution at last. Fine. Now you can see with the help of completion time, you can find out the turnaround time for each process. आप हर एक प्रोसेस के लिए turnaround time calculate कर सकते हैं using this formula जब आपको completion time find out हो चुका है. तो ये formula हम use करेंगे for P1 के लिए. P1 के लिए completion time देखेंगे. P1 का completion time 12 है. Arrival time 0 है. It means 12. So the turnaround time for P1 that will be 12. For P2 we'll calculate completion time 5 है, arrival time 2 है. 5 minus 2 that will be 3. We can consider as 3. Turnaround time for P2. Now we can see P3 completion time 6 है. For P3 completion time 6 है minus 4 is the arrival time. It will give 2, that is 2. Now for P4 के लिए हम check करेंगे turnaround time. 16 minus 5. 16 minus 5 it will give 11. For P5 के लिए we'll check completion time 9 है और arrival time 7 है, that will be 2. So we have got this one 11 and 2. So 12, 3, 2, 11, 2. This is the turnaround time for P1, P2, P3, P4 as well as P5. So now you can consider that using this formula we got this information about the turnaround time. So how to find out the average turnaround time? That is much easier. How you will get average turnaround time? So just check, just sum up how many processes are there? 5 processes. Just sum up the values of all 5 process turnaround time and just divide by 5. So 12, 3, 15, 17, 17, 11, that means 28, 28, 30. 30 divided by 5, it will give you 6. 6 unit time. That means 6 is the average. We can call it average turnaround time. This is the value. 6 is the answer, average turnaround time. Now this is the done. This is done. Now we have to calculate the waiting time. So waiting time is what? Waiting time is what? We can just write down here average turnaround time equals to 6 for your understanding. Next we have waiting time. Waiting time formula is turnaround time minus burst time. What is the burst turnaround time for P1? We need to calculate the waiting time for each process. P1 waiting time is what? Turnaround time minus burst time. 12 minus 6. As per the formula, 12 minus 6. This is the formula. This will give 6. 6 is the waiting time. Next for P2 waiting time 3 minus 3. That means P2 doesn't wait. P2 does not has to wait because P2 get the arrive at the sometimes and it get the control at the same time. That means we can see. So turnaround time minus burst time, 3 minus 3. So means what? 0. So we can see waiting time 0 for P2. That means turnaround time minus burst time. Turnaround time 3 minus 3. Fine. Next you can see this one for P3 is what? Turnaround time 2 minus 1. 2 minus 1. That means turnaround time minus burst time equals to 1. So we can have 1. For P4, we can see 11 minus 4. 11 minus 4, that is 7. For P5, waiting time will be 2 minus 2. 2 minus 2, that means 0. So we have 7 as 0. So this we have got 60170. That is the waiting time for each process P1, P2, P3, P4 and P6. This way you can use this formula and you will get the waiting time for each process. Okay. So now you get to know what is the average waiting time. So average waiting time means what? Sum up all the waiting time for each process and then divided by total number of process. So it means 60 plus 1 plus, that means 7 plus 7, 14 divided by 5. It means what? 2.8. 2.8 is the average waiting time. So this is the 2.8 average waiting time. So this is the entire solution of such kind of numericals we have done. So this is the very much important. ये काफी important है आपके exams के लिए और ये numericals कम से कम minimum 5 marks deserve करता है और more than 5 marks it can also be deserved in your examination. So don't forget to practice such kind of numericals. इसका strategy आपको समझना है, किस तरीके से numericals को solve करना है, क्या क्या techniques apply करना है, किस तरीके से formula को memorize करना है, Gantt chart किस तरीके से बनाना है और हर एक unit time में हमको check करना है shortest burst time for each process which has already arrived within that specified time. So this is all about shortest remaining time first, which is very much important, which is very much complex for the scheduling algorithms. So इन सभी algorithms हम system में use करते हैं daily life में, laptop, desktop, mobile phones, whatever. So operating system इन सभी algorithms को use करती है और उसी basis पे efficient manner पे आपकी completion task को complete करती है. So this is the entire things related to the SRTF scheduling algorithm. For more informative videos, please like, share and subscribe my channel. Okay, so we'll see you in the next video. Thank you.